just keep going past neutral, can't get it, and finally it's there. If you clicked on this video, more than likely you have a challenge either shifting your Harley Davidson Touring or Softail motorcycle, or it's very difficult to get that M8 or maybe even your twin cam into neutral. Guys, my name is Rick and this is the HDVIBE channel. A few months ago, I put out a video on a solution to just that problem, and frankly, it has gotten a ton of views. I think we're pushing almost 100,000 views, so obviously it's an issue for others. But as a result of that video, in the comments, I got a lot of varying opinions as to that part versus this part versus this or that. And what I want to do in today's video is give you an update on the product that I put on the bike. I'm also going to attempt to put on another part that others suggested in the comments section, may be a less expensive alternative. And we'll get into all that right after this. So as I mentioned, a few months ago, I put out a video on the Kraus EZ Shift. And that video went, for my channel anyway, pretty much viral and is pushing 100,000 views in just a short time. And that tells me people have this same issue and they're searching that out on YouTube or come across it and find it interesting, and it strikes a nerve with them as to how difficult sometimes these motorcycles can be to shift or even get into neutral. The Kraus EZ Shift is something very similar to this, and I installed that on my 2021 Road Glide Special, and it works fabulously. I was shocked after riding it, and again, I did that video when the weather here in St. Louis was terrible, so I really couldn't ride it, but I tried it out in the garage. First, that just clicked into neutral, then we're up to second. Let me go down half from second. I mean, this is incredible. Just shifting through the gears, it just feels much easier. Almost feels like there's additional lubrication or something in the shift mechanism, because this is just like butter. And it was like a completely different bike, completely different transmission. So a couple of things I want to address. People would say your clutch is not adjusted if you can't shift easily or find neutral. Well, my clutches are adjusted as they should be. The other comment I've gotten on that video is you're not using the right transmission fluid, so it's not shifting properly. Well, I don't use the same fluids for all three holes. I use specific primary and transmission fluid for those components of the bike. So I did notice a difference when I switched from using the same oil for all three to specific transmission and primary fluid on the bikes. They do shift easier when you do that, but I still had challenges with that. So that's when I went on the search, and as I explained in the other video, I found the Kraus EZ Shift, put it on, and was simply amazed. Another comment I got from people were, well, there's others on Amazon or eBay that are $25, $50, while the Kraus EZ Shift is $92 plus some shipping to get it to you. So about $100 versus something like this, which I actually ordered off eBay and I think delivered to my house was about $22. So what I'm going to do today is attempt to install one of these in black on the Street Glide ST, see if it goes on and see if it makes a difference in how the bike shifts. I would imagine if it installs properly, the shape and the leverage is going to be the same as a Kraus EZ Shift, but let's see if we can get it on. So we're down here on the Street Glide ST, and essentially this part fits over this shift lever that's in the back part of the shift mechanism, and it just is to slip over that, and it just gives you a little bit higher leverage because you move this shift linkage up just a little bit and gives you more leverage. And I will tell you, I was completely shocked as to how easy the bike shifted and went into neutral once I put the Kraus EZ Shift on. So again, I've ordered this from eBay. I've got a black one that I want to put on here for the Street Glide ST, and I ordered it from eBay. it was about $22 delivered to my house. So I'm going to take this linkage off, and then we're gonna put the one from eBay on here and see, one, will it fit? And two, does it make a difference when shifting? All right, so here is the black version of that. It basically comes with this bolt that will bolt this onto this rear shift lever. And then it has a pin back here to tighten up, so it just cranks it onto the shift lever so it doesn't get loose while you're riding. So let's put this on, and again, the linkage will go up into this hole and is threaded. So let's see if this thing first will even fit on here. And I'm putting it on and it doesn't. And I'll actually show you how easy it was to get the Kraus one on here, but this will not go onto the shift lever properly. So you can see this was black in here like this, and you can see I even have rubbed off some of the paint or powder coat or whatever that was, because I was trying to force this on, and it was very clear before I started this video that this was not going to go on there without something happening. So I got out my Dremel and I began to machine this out. So it is closer to fitting, but I spent probably the better part of 30 to 40 minutes trying to clean this up to get it to fit on the bike. So you might say, well, maybe it was just because of the powder coat. Well, let me get the chrome version and show you that one as well. This is the chrome version. I attempted to put this on my Street Glide CVO, and like the black one, it did not fit. That rear lever was sticking out probably 1/4 to 1/2 inch, not wanting to fit in there. And as you'll see here on the Kraus one, now we're ready to go ahead and put the EZ Shift on there. And this just slips on to that rear portion of the shift lever. It's just shaped just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll tighten this up again with that 1/8 Allen down here. And then the bolt that came supplied will go through here to tighten it up to the shift lever. It just popped right on, slid into place. I bolted it on, tightened this back pin here with my Allen, and I was set to go, and shifting was incredible. Probably could get it to fit. I would have to probably spend another 40 minutes or so, and then it probably will do the same thing, but at least the version I bought will not fit without probably an hour plus of your time routing this out, dremeling this out to try to get it to fit over that rear shift lever. So this was an interesting experiment. A $92 spend, made in America, engineered to fit exactly onto that Harley Davidson either twin cam or M8 rear shift lever to give you that extra leverage from Kraus, or spend $22, $25, $50 on some imported version that, while it may be billet aluminum as well, at least my experience, I bought two and neither one of them fit onto these motorcycles. So all I'm saying is, in this case, buyer beware if you want to get one that you know is going to fit. And Kraus, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for that product. I firmly believe in it, and I will recommend it to anyone that wants to shift their bike easier. It is amazing. I would highly suggest spend a little bit more money and get something that is precision engineered for your Milwaukee 8 or your twin cam. I will have links to the Kraus version down in the description. I'm not going to put links to those that I bought off eBay because they just don't fit. I buy a product and I want to put it on, bolt it on, it fits, it works. Those did not fit, and maybe they would work, but I'm going to have to invest my time, an hour, hour and a half, trying to get it to fit, and I don't want to force that onto my motorcycles. So guys, if you got some value out of this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also go right up here to this playlist to see everything I put onto these Harley Davidson touring motorcycles. Check out this video and go right up here to subscribe to the HDVIBE channel.